welcome to the W podcast, the number 6,282nd rated podcast in the world, baby. Give it up for us. Give it up for us. How we doing today, Josh?
I'm just aiming for 6969.
We'll get there one day.
6,969.
Oh, we gotta drop down if that's what you want. You want us to drop down? We're the 6,287th or whatever I said.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I mean. That's where you guys thought we were that low because you guys weren't watching and clicking the subscribe button. No, it's because we want to be. All right. But if you want to help to the detriment of me, you go ahead and just hit the subscribe button. Just hit the subscribe button and we won't make my dreams come true. And that's fine. And I'm okay with that.
That's cool too.
I'm okay with that.
And smash that like button while you're there. It's right next to the subscribe button. And then you can like this video too. And it lets us know that we're doing a good job. So go ahead and do that. It'd be amazing. So Josh, a funny thing, we have a great episode. Well, we had a great episode planned and we still do. We still have a great episode planned. Don't get me wrong. But as we kind of mentioned in our Mandela Effect episode, shout out to that episode, one of our best performing episodes so far. You
guys like that one, and we got something similar to we mentioned it a couple times in that episode.
Yeah, critically acclaimed too. It's a lot of people have really liked that episode. So super excited to be bringing more content like that because today we are talking about conspiracy theories. Now. Sure. As you might guess from the thumbnail of this episode, we do have a personal conspiracy theory that we need to go through first, okay? And this is coming down. I guess it's more criticism. It's conspiracy. I don't know what you want to call it, but I guess we just kind of
100% a conspiracy.
It really is.
It's not true.
It's not true. Conspiracies
are. Well, actually, some of these conspiracies we're going to talk about, they might be true, but that one definitely isn't.
Yeah, the first one that we're going to talk about isn't. And you know what it is? You know what this conspiracy theory, I know you do, but I mean, the people at home, this conspiracy theory, let's get into it, comes from our latest episode, or not our latest. This is the Mandela episode, the critically acclaimed best W podcast episode of all time, the Mandela Effect.
Yes, sir.
We had this comment right here at the top that you can see. Not our hickeys. Our hickeys, you can kind of see our hickey at the top. But I'm saying the one below it. This person said, bro, your logo is an H3 ripoff.
Laughing till they're crying face emoji.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Laughing in the crying face emoji.
Yeah,
and I said,
for our listeners, the listeners who aren't watching.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Of course. We gotta shout out to our Spotify listeners.
Exactly.
And maybe Apple. I don't even know if we're there. But anyways, shout out to our audio listeners. So I responded, not even close, but go off. Like, you can have your opinion. Everybody has an opinion. They're like assholes, right? Everybody's got one.
Exactly.
And most of them are dirty, just like this opinion. Dirty ass opinion, in my opinion.
What kind of name is MH? That must be the initials.
It must be MH.
Yeah.
With your, maybe looks like a husky or Pomeranian or something in our profile picture. Looks like a woman, by the way. I'm just pointing that out there. I'm just saying, hey.
Whoa, it's 2022.
No, I'm saying shout out to the woman clicking on our videos and watching it.
The individual in the picture. We don't know if that's a woman.
Fair.
We don't know. It's 2022.
Okay, listen. Okay, so for you guys listening at home, and look, it's over here on the side. I'm a fan of the H3 podcast. I listen to it. I listen to Leftovers. I listen to the H3 podcast. I listen to Frenemies. Like, I do like the podcast. They are the number 12 podcast in the world, which is, kind of why I started out by calling us the 6,278th podcast in the world, because I don't think there's anything wrong with taking inspiration from the content that you like. You know what I mean? Like if you like a piece of content, if you like TV shows, if you like a certain streamer, if you like a certain podcast, if you like a certain person that makes video essays, whatever it is, it's like you're gonna take inspiration from that. And I do have, it's funny enough that we're gonna go through a lot of different examples here. This person said the logo, so we'll start off with the logo. Okay.
Yes.
So let's take a look at the history. I found this on Reddit of the H3 podcast logo. Okay. Now, it's funny because this is their original logo when they first started the podcast, and I feel like this logo is almost closer to what we currently have. When again, I guess maybe I should pull up our logo as well. Well, I guess I could just do.
Well, we could do the comparison. Yeah.
So here's our logo. I guess we should show that, the W podcast logo.
Of course,
and yes, and I think that's the funniest part here is when I'm looking at this, I think their original logo is the closest to our logo, which I did not look at anybody else's logo when making. I personally made our logo. Like everybody knows that I kind of do graphic design and all that we've talked about it on the podcast. We've done all that kind of stuff. So, it's not a surprise that I made the logo.
Yeah.
But I can kind of show you as we go through the different iterations of the H3 podcast logo. Like I said, this one is probably the closest to what we have. Then they went to just
of the at the top,
right, exactly.
The two characters in the middle and podcast at the bottom, which, how original is that? You know what I mean?
Well, what I gotta say to that is, like, in my mind, it's like I wasn't even like, I'm not when we thought of the name of the podcast, a little bit of inside magic here, yeah, like inside edge, if we want to be a MLB The Show content creator. We were going to originally name this podcast 30 minutes or less. We kind of planned on doing 30-minute episodes because who has the time to listen to an hour? And then as we kind of went through and, as the summer of CZC happened, baby, it was the summer of CZC and everybody loves saying W. Yeah. And as we said before, like, we as CZC didn't even come up with W. It was a streamer, again, named Trigger Trash Gaming, and he has that Southern accent. I think we've told this story on the podcast before. He has he has that Southern. There he is.
Shout out Trey.
Merch. There it is. And he says W, like, the letter W, like, oh, W Josh, wash. He says the letter W because he's from the South. He says W, but it sounds like double U, which is always what the letter fucking W sounds like. It's a double U. Yeah. So we kind of ran with that, and we say W everywhere. We put UU. People on Twitch are now saying W. People on Twitch are making W emotes. Do we get mad? No, we don't give a shit, because even if it was you that said W first, or W or whatever it is, like it doesn't matter.
Well, I would have trademark copyrighted it, and I would have sued every single one of them. But that's just me. That's just
different.
Me.
That's different. Yeah, if that happened, then that'd be different. Okay, so let's keep going through. They went to just H3 podcast for a little bit. Then they went to this, like, kind of retro-y. I don't even really.
That I'm familiar with that one right there. So yeah, when we initially discussed this, I was like, we're not even close.
Yeah,
because I knew this one here.
Which is funny with that. We look at this one because this one almost. Like, and again, I didn't sit down and look at the H3 podcast logos. I didn't look at this thread and go, oh, what can I take? What can I do? What can I make it like ours? Like, maybe subconsciously I did that. I don't know, because I don't even really remember these, like, dots and these, which if you're looking at our logo.
Joe Rogan Experience or Impulsive, they're number 1 and 2. Why would we copy the number 12? You know what I mean?
Right.
We may. It's just, it's just ridiculous to me. The conspiracy is ridiculous because they don't know the facts. They don't know the insight, the background. And then that's why you're kind of going to show, like, the mindset, and you can kind of walk us through when you were creating the logo, like what you were thinking, and the differences, because you showed me them.
Yeah, and I'd like to just point out that, like I said, I don't even really, like, I didn't go with a blocky letter. I didn't go with, like, our logo is super plain. I didn't even, like, I'm a fucking graphic designer, and I maybe put 5 minutes into this. Like, the whole thing about the podcast was I didn't want to make it this thing where we're putting work and hating it and making it, like, so I threw it together, and I put a drop shadow on it to show that it's 2 U's to kind of make a W, and it's 2 of us. There's a W, like, I don't know. I'm just. And then we go to the last logo. This is the one. This is their original or their current logo that they use all the time.
Yeah.
And this is the one that they said we copied, like, with the on the side and podcast underneath and drop shadow on the 2 characters. Like, I don't even use a hard drop shadow. Like, it's to me as a graphic designer, it's nowhere close. Like, again, with these, like. And I'll show you where my thinking was from, and maybe I'll do that first before going into, like, all these dots and all the, like, little nuances of design, because we've had a couple of other ideas to go with the podcast. These are all the logos or all the kind of screens that I created. The logo itself was always going to be the same, this simple. I'm pretty sure it's Gotham, if I'm not mistaken, or it's Montserrat. Okay, so you're not gonna know fonts, but anyways, it's a standard block font.
Yeah, sure. Monster, Gotham. Yeah,
got you.
Yeah, Cornucopia. Yeah.
It's just a thick letter font that I just thought looked good. You can read it if it's in a small thumbnail. You can see podcast, you can see our 2 characters, and I don't. just because we named ourselves W Podcast, I don't think just having two characters versus H3 having two characters makes us copying them at all. Because
Exactly.
you didn't think of that when we thought of the W Podcast naming. Nobody said, hey, that's two characters, and this podcast has two characters. And I, who like the fucking podcast, I watch every single goddamn episode of that podcast. And I didn't even, when I was making the logo, I wasn't like, oh yeah, we gotta, because why wouldn't I have made it like the thumbnail? I don't have the thumbnail open, but you see the thumbnail, I created it to look exactly. Actually, I might have it here. Hold on.
Let's delve into the mind, and then it's it's for the thumbnail just because
of course,
if we
I made it just for the
copy-
thumbnail, right? Like it's.
If we wanted to copy, we could have copied. You know what I mean?
We really wanted to copy, we could copy. We're not using these pastel colors. And like I said, when kind of looking at the history here, this wasn't even in my mind. And like, they have these kind of dots, these kind of sound wave dots. And I know we kind of have dots in our original logo here, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I literally went through all these iterations, these kind of like light bars here. I thought this was a cool image. Obviously we've kicked around the thought of Canada and America, me being Canada, you being American, of course. Yeah, of course, you've had the idea of pushing Canada versus USA ideas all the time on the podcast. So kind of like played around there, but personally I didn't want us to be pigeonholed into just two country kind of, I wanted to be about us. Like if you fuck with us, you fuck with us. You don't fuck with us just because, oh, I'm Canadian and he's American. And then obviously I was trying a bunch of these like light circles or light boxes. W Podcast with the
just
smoke.
to emphasize the logo.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe if I picked any one of these other options, I know the H3 Podcast uses colors like purples and pinks, but we've been using that on our MLB The Show jerseys for the past year. And you have been doing that. You have a pink controller. Our we can even call him producer if you want. Our producer Ghost of Snowman has always been using pink and purples. Now he's black and gold. Hey, look at this one right here. Maybe if we used the black and gold, he would have said we're copying him.
You know what I'm saying? I've always been black and gold.
But of course, yeah. So I'm just saying, it's like it can't be a color thing. It can't be, maybe again with all of these things combined of their last logo having dots, which I didn't even think about that until starting the episode right now.
I got it.
Go ahead.
What it is, HM 2 letters, H3 2 letters, UU 2 letters. HM, she couldn't get it through her thick head. Oh, she couldn't get away from the 2-letter thing. That's what it was. She saw her name and she didn't want to say we copied her. Because she had her, I said her. I'm sorry. I meant the individual thought I use HM in my logo name, my YouTube. H3 uses 2, and we use 2, and they just thought of it that way. They didn't watch the first episode or the second episode or your stream. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You've been saying W. You've had the emote, the W emote forever, but it's not the W podcast emote. It's just the UU.
It's just W. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just W, and we took that from there. The colors, like you said, there's history behind all of it. It's not like we just came up with the name. Wasn't even the name, like you said, until W kind of popped off. And like you said, there's YouTubers, there's streamers, everyone's saying W inadvertently too. Like I watched a YouTube video of a YouTuber that we've never really even fucked with, like in the CZC period. That'll say W, and it's like when you think about it. Shout out to Trig. Trig's retired from the game, so the only one doing it was Mr. Walnut Glut, and then the rest of the CZC and everybody else. So obviously that starts somewhere. And when we brought it to the podcast and brought it to the logo and the name, it's just about simplicity. Because if you're just like, oh, we should name it, the Undisputed, Undeniable Podcast, the UU, it doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. We just took what we had been using and we turned it into the name of the podcast. And the colors, I get it. You know what I mean? Like I get the color scheme maybe, that similar, but like you said, there's a difference when you're coming to design. Whoever made his logo, maybe you could say more than I can, but whoever made the H3 logo, they're not going to look at our logo and be like, oh, they copied me.
No, I definitely, I guarantee you, I doubt Ethan from H3 is ever going to see this, but I'm just saying they had a controversy themselves of another person stealing a color block hoodie that they have a fashion line, and they took a color block hoodie, which is what their fashion line has done. and they said no, we didn't invent color blocking. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing here. The H3 podcast didn't invent a thick block lettered logo, didn't invent 2-character logo. And I don't know, we could have called it the W podcast, I guess, right? But that's so long. Like, we're in a thumbnail, we just want a punchy thing. We use our logo in every thumbnail. The W. That's the people have used W's in their emotes on Twitch. It's like, so personally, I don't think we remotely copied them at all. I think the closest thing you can get to is 2 characters and maybe the colors, but so Impulsive uses black and gold and wood, I think, so nobody can ever use wood. Your mom's basement uses neon. Okay, we can never use neon. So it's so this one right here, we can't use it. Sorry, bye, gone.
No, I like that one.
So I'm just saying, yeah. So I personally, I don't think we've even remotely copied them at all. If you're in the comments, let us know what you think on this, you know, our controversy. I think it's our first controversy we've had as a podcast.
Oh boy.
And hey, we're looking just to have fun. Like, that's the whole crux of this podcast, is just us having a good time. We don't take ourselves seriously. If anything, we are a toy podcast and we like it that way. So it's hey, you know, don't hate on us. I think, you know, as just 2 content creators, I think eventually we will redesign our logo. But, you know, we got to get to a place where we're both happy first. And we don't want to spend any money on this. We don't want to like make one of us, aka me, redesign something and you know, unnecessarily. Yeah. Bullshit. Because we're not going to run away just for that kind of, like, it's nowhere like, again, it's nowhere close to their logo. We could have done it like the thumbnail. We could have put it on the side. We could have made it a lot closer by doing something like this and throwing a different background in. But I just thought, for the fun and for the controversy of somebody literally saying it's a rip off, that I did rip it off. I showed that we could rip it off. We didn't, but we could have.
Nah, fuck that. If we're gonna rip somebody off, we're ripping off number 1.
Yeah, ripping off Joe Rogan, baby. Let's go.
Hey, JRE, we're taking his logo. It's mine. No.
So now we're gonna be the UUE experience, the UUE podcast.
UU experience.
Yeah. The UU experience. Okay, let's do it. Okay.
But yeah, we can't use these mics now. But HM, if you want to kind of describe why did you think that we copied the logo? If you could just explain in your words, because we're just telling you how, you know, what we think that you're thinking. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It may not be exactly how you feel, but like I said, we're not bashing you. We're not here to embarrass you or make you feel weird. You are weird, but you know what I mean. If you could explain, you know, maybe give me a little detail. You know, I'll be open to listen. But
because I do have one thing. I do have one thing. What's that? Because, like, if you go back and you watch some of the videos, you might notice something. You might notice one thing. Okay, here's us. Oops, no cam. My bad. Sorry, we got to transition. We got to do it. Okay.
Here we go.
Here we are. This is UU episode number 2, Philadelphia Soft. Okay. This is the end of the episode. This is the last 7 seconds. Ready?
Shout out to his family.
You might not even heard it.
There we go. Hey, y'all have.
It was pretty quiet because our audio was not really set up properly at the time. But what I did was I did press this button right here.
Shout out to his family.
I pressed that button, which HM knows. If they're an H3 fan and saying we're an H3 ripoff, you will know that sound is very common on the H3 podcast episode. It's where I learned of this video itself of David Guetta. You know, I don't know if you've seen this video. I think you have. It's a video of David Guetta after George Floyd passed away, and he was doing a kind of like a, what do you call it? Concert on the top of his roof or something like that. And he, like, it was a thing, make a donation, davidguetta.com, donate, whatever. I guess he was raising money for the whole situation that was happening. And he says in the video,
so this record is in honor of George Floyd. And I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So, shout out to his family.
delicious.
It's family.
So, and what I've noticed is like, okay, so even though that was played on the H3 podcast and they do play it sometimes, I've been using that on my stream for the past 18 months when somebody rage quits a game. As people know or don't know, Josh and I started on Twitch, and we met in the MLB The Show community. And yeah, so anytime somebody quits a game, I say, hey, shout out to your family, thanks for quitting. But in my mind, it's like we weren't even thinking of starting a podcast. It's like I just wanted a funny way to say goodbye to my opponents. Like some people use that GGs. Yeah. I could have used that. I could have used the same thing. But I've been using this noise on my stream for the past 18 months. So I just, when we finish that second episode, I look down at my stream deck. I have it right here with a bunch of different, Jesus Christ. I have it right here with a bunch of different noises on it, right?
Shout out to that Stream Decks family.
Yeah, shout out to that fucking Stream Decks family. I have a bunch of noises, and I looked down at the end of the episode, and I was just like, I don't know, and I just pressed it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I'm not saying that we're using it as a drop. We don't use it all the time. I don't just sit here and I don't sit here and hammer it. Oh, that's funny. Shout out to that guy's family. It's like, yeah. I'm using it as I use it in contracts of my stream. We're ending the episode. Shout out to your family. Have a good one. Stay safe. And that's also from Jeremy. So Jeremy.
And that goes back to the context of it. And that's why it's not even really controversial.
It isn't. I mean, it isn't. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it's more of a conspiracy of that person thinking that we just wanted to steal somebody else's logo, somebody else's clout. I don't know what they really thought. We're just two dudes having a good time and showing things that we want to show. And I do, like, I watch the H3 podcast, and I watch some other podcasts just to make sure that we're not doing the same things as other people. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we ate the spicy nut and we drank the sodas. People have done that before. But I think with our little extra context of adding in the spelling bee, because, you know, you can't spell. And
I can read. I can spell a little.
Yeah, you know, I think we did fine. I think we almost matched on the spelling bee. I fucked up a few words too. I can't lie. I am dyslexic. I am dyslexic. So
y'all go back and watch that episode. I'm 99% sure that they gave me harder words. You guys let me know.
We did. Yeah. I mean, caribou is not really a hard word to spell.
Whoa. What the fuck is even a caribou? Is it? Never mind. All right.
So just putting that out there that, like, you know, there's nothing is an original idea, as you're going to kind of see in our kind of conspiracies coming up. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with using inspirations. I think people do it all the time when they make content, all the time in advertising. You take and I could even go into some examples on that too, but that's not what this episode's about. This episode is about conspiracy theories, baby.
Exactly. Shout out to H and M and H, whatever you are. Shout out for the conspiracy, because that leads us only on our 10th episode into our first conspiracy. We appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we haven't had any kind of like controversy conspiracy like that, so I dig it.
Yeah, but we did have some other conspiracies that we did want to go over today. I know you had some you wanted to kind of talk about. I had a few that I think are just a little weird, and that I think I need to get some insight from you. But what do you? I think you have a video that you wanted to show me just about conspiracies in general.
I do.
There
we go. That's Bubs. Okay, so we have this TikTok here. It is about conspiracy theories, and as you see, it is going to connect with our self-proclaimed best episode of all time, the Mandela Effect.
Now this is probably the craziest conspiracy I have ever heard. When you look around you at your parents, your children, your siblings, your friends, the theory states that they are not actually alive, and neither are you. But how could this truly be possible, right? How can we still feel pain if we're already dead? How are we all as a collective dead? Well, there are two things that have been documented to occur after we are clinically proclaimed dead. Number one being that your whole life flashes before your eyes. And number two, our brain lives on for another 7 minutes after we are proclaimed dead. For those 7 minutes, your brain lives on through a dream-like state, reliving memories. You may have heard of this man, Albert Einstein, who stated that time is relative, meaning time can be different between people if other variables are different. For example, when you go to sleep and dream, it could feel like 7 minutes or it could feel like 70 years. Just like those 7 minutes, your brain is still alive as you are living in a dream-like state. So, when did we all collectively die? 2012, which was said to have been predicted by the Mayans. And we are now living through a shared consciousness, and as we attempt to collectively remember memories, this is where the Mandela effect comes in. So some people will remember certain things being a certain way, whereas the next person will remember this differently. So, over to you. What's the craziest conspiracy you have ever heard? Let me know in.
So I think we need to dig in on this one first, and then we'll get to obviously other conspiracies. But this conspiracy is that us as a humanity died in 2012 when the Mayans predicted it, and we are all living in a shared consciousness.
I call cap on that just because I just had a child 2 years ago. If you guys didn't know, he keeps me awake most nights and up early in the mornings. Like today, I was up at 6:30. How could I have a child if we're just in a consciousness?
Well, because you've already had a child before, so you can obviously have other children in this dream-like state. It's saying it's a dream, so your son, your youngest son, might not even exist, is what they're saying. Like, it's just he never existed. He's now just part of this dream state.
No. Somebody tell my wife that.
She's gonna hear now. She's coming after me. I'm scared.
But then also too, that wouldn't make sense to me because I never got to experience the birth of my first two kids.
Right.
So I got to experience that, but how would I know what that experience is like if I've never done it?
Good point.
You know what
Good
I
point.
mean?
Good point.
What you show me proof? Show me proof. What do you got for me, Walnut?
Well, I mean, I don't have any proof. I just thought this was super interesting, and it kind of led with the Mandela effect, which we kind of touched on, I think, in that episode of being in alternate universes. So maybe not that we've died, but maybe it's an alternate universe that have smashed in together, because that's another conspiracy, which was
Flux capacitor things. That's Back to the Future. Whatever the neutron galaxy scramambers, you know what I'm talking about?
You're right there. You're so close. Yeah,
I'm so close. What is it?
It's the Large Hadron Collider.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Yeah, I know. I could tell that's what you were thinking of. You
like
said it.
on the
You said it
same
in a way that
path.
was so close. It was so close.
There's neutron collider capacitors, and then there's that.
But
Those
yeah,
right there.
that I can't remember exactly when they would have fired it up, but at one point they fired up the collider, and it said that it brought a different universe into our universe. So again, like, maybe it's not that we've all died, but maybe it is something about universes colliding, because it is the goddamn Berenstein Bears, not the Berenstain Bears. Let me tell you.
I literally in the song it says Berenstain. The book spelled Berenstain. I remember it as Berenstain.
Because we've smashed universes. You're from the evil universe. I'm from the good universe. And then when we
Whoa.
smashed, we've actually got to be able to meet.
So you guys have Berenstain. Those are the evil Jewish bears. Okay.
No.
Like you said?
You can't say they're evil. That's they have to be
What
good.
do you mean?
They have to be good.
How?
Because they
Wow,
just
they're
have to.
bears.
Yeah.
Okay, never
Yeah.
mind. Let's not. I don't want to get. We're gonna get canceled. Episode 10. We're only 10 episodes in.
We're only 10 episodes in. God damn it.
But okay. So like I said, that's what conspiracies are. That's exactly how we disproved HM, and we kind of went through the backstory.
It's
Maybe there's a little
truly
bit
be
of backstory to that too, because do you remember 2012? I like I said, I know that was quite a while for you, early 30s, late 20s. It was 10 years ago today, or from now, 10 years ago. And I remember like 2011, because I graduated high school 2009, 2010. So 2011, like I was in the army, and so it was just like, in the army, you don't think they would have told us that they have like a ship or something that we can get on so we can get away or something like that? So like that was like a thing that we were like, okay, shit, the world is gonna end. There's supposed to be like a tsunami, and there was like all those movies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was
What
2012.
were you guys like? But in 2011, before it happened, because wasn't it supposed to happen like December 2012, something like that?
I can't remember, because I do remember I think there was one. Well, the main one is obviously 1999 with Y2K. Y2K.
Yeah. Well, aren't they all the Mayan calendar? That Y2K and the 2012 one?
It might have. 2012 is definitely the Mayan calendar, and I think there was a 2009 one, but I think that was more religious.
Okay. Did Canadians freak out about 2012 at all, or?
I
guys
don't
aren't
think
that
so.
dumb?
But because I honestly think that Y2K, I do remember everybody kind of freaking out about. I mean, I was 7 years old, so it wasn't. I had, my memory is not amazing there, but but I do remember it being like a thing that people thought shit was gonna just turn off, and yeah. So I'm looking at the list here we have 2012. They thought the world was going to end. And then Rasputin thought the world was going to end in 2013.
Who the fuck is Rasputin?
Well, you don't even know who Rasputin is.
No.
And another one that I knew about was, I thought it was 2009. But I guess it was 2008. But anyways, there's been obviously a lot of people predicting, oh, it's going to end in 2026 as well, and 2028. So, hey, get ready for those ones. Oh, 21, 29?
We'll cover it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Whenever the world is ending, we'll let you guys know.
Stay tuned for the November 13th, 2026 episode of the W Podcast. Hopefully our, maybe we'll be ranked like 2,840 or something like that.
Maybe. Well, if we, as long as we just keep stealing logos and themes and shit, maybe we'll get there.
Exactly.
But yeah, so we're saying that, like, so they were pushing that hard, that 2012, the world's gonna end stuff. And the way they advertise movies and shit, they're like, oh, the world's gonna end, and this movie's gonna show you how the world's gonna end. And then like that kind of advertising kind of trips me out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're scaring people into wanting to see a movie. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. Because you're taking an event, and this is what we call liminal advertising. You know what I mean? Like telling you something,
directly.
Directly saying right to you, the world is going to end 2012. Go watch these movies and maybe be more prepared.
Entertained by the way your life is going to end.
Yeah, but I mean, also people were selling like bomb bunkers and stuff like that. Like shelters underground. Like people were buying those. People were buying rations. People were buying so it's all that kind of using certain events in the world to try to push your product or push your movie or whatever that may be.
True. So you said liminal.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of the conspiracy theories I wanted to bring up to you, is subliminal advertising. It's one thing that I've heard a lot about. Like, if you guys don't know what subliminal advertising is, it's where you'll have like a TV show on and they'll flash pictures for like 0.001 of a second of like a Twinkie. And they'd be like, God damn, I want a Twinkie. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't see it, but your brain sees it. And then you're listening to some music, or you listen to a radio, and there's someone like in the weirdest tone just saying, go get Taco Bell. And I think that's what happened to me this morning or this afternoon. And it was like subliminal advertising. I had to go get some Taco Bell because my brain made me.
Yeah.
But you being in the graphic design world, being in advertisement, do you guys learn about subliminal advertising? Do you believe subliminal advertising is a thing?
It's funny because we do not learn about subliminal advertising. We do not learn about, we don't even actually learn about other types of subliminal advertising, which we'll get into. But to answer your question, I have a video right here.
There we go.
That disproves that subliminal advertising even works. Let's go through it.
Taco Bell, it worked. It already worked.
We'll see. You don't know if you were. So this is a video. We got 2 points in this video. I want to point out that we're not going to watch the whole 7 minutes. Don't worry. You can't even see it because Josh is blocking the time.
I'm here for you guys. I'm here for. Whoa.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I was just showing the time. Okay, here we go.
1957.
So this experiment comes from 1957.
Press conference to present his findings from a recent experiment. The man was James Vickery. In his experiment, audiences were shown the film Picnic. Flash frames were littered throughout the movie with phrases like hungry, eat popcorn, and drink Coca-Cola.
So yeah, like as these people are watching a movie, they're getting like it's that traditional watching a movie. This is where subliminal advertising is coming from. Okay, go ahead. What?
It's not an experiment. They're at a movie. Of course they're gonna have popcorn and cola. That's not an experiment. They already had it.
Well, they're trying to see the people that didn't get anything if they would affect them, if they would actually get up and go get popcorn or
drink. If you went to a movie without popcorn and pop, you better go. You better get the fuck out of here.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine because I think this is 1957. They didn't really have the brain power to think of these situations. So let's get
each frame lasted 1/3000th of a second, far too quick for a viewer to notice. Vickery had claimed that the sales for Coca-Cola and popcorn had gone up 18.1% and 57.8% respectively.
So he's saying
journalists began publishing.
Okay, we're gonna skip this guy's part because this guy doesn't matter at all. We need to go to the next part where we somebody else reconducts this experiment. Here we go.
BBC journalist Phil Tinline, under the guidance of Dutch researcher Wolfgang Strobe, decided to recreate James Vickery's infamous Coca-Cola popcorn experiment.
Strobe and Tinline gathered a group of volunteers
this is in the
for a viewing
2000s.
at a
This
movie
is
theater.
a lot later.
All participants
something
were
for
given
this.
chips to increase their thirst prior to
So
seeing the
here's where the experiment changes. Instead of telling people to go get popcorn and a drink while you're at a movie, which is kind of like you said, you're at the fucking movie, who's not going to get it? They sat them down for a movie and they gave them free chips, salty chips that are going to make you thirsty, right?
Not the same experiment.
Listen, it's a different experiment. Because instead of saying, do you want Coke or do you want popcorn, they gave them the food first and then they did.
clip. The words Lipton tea were flashed throughout for the experimental group, and the audiences were then given the choice between water and tea.
Fuck one's tea.
Sure enough, the results were inconclusive.
There you go.
There was not enough of a margin
Stop this
between the
re-
Lipton and
Stop this idiot. Stop this idiot. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, he's just saying that he's saying because you just said who would want tea. That's the whole
It doesn't
point.
disprove shit. You have to do the same experiment, and it would prove that I am right.
What are you right about? That people are going to get popcorn and drinks anyways?
No, that too, but that it works. I believe it's subliminal advertising.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It says here inconclusive because if you're flashing Lipton tea, because people, it's a listen.
9 people in a room that are not from the South and flash Lipton tea all the fuck you want. None of them are drinking tea.
I'm taking the tea. If it's Canadian Lipton tea, I'm in.
You're Canadian. That doesn't count. I'm talking about Americans from not the South. And that was BBC. That was fucking England.
So
well,
exactly. So the
never
tea is
mind.
delicious.
Yeah, never mind. They all drink tea over there.
It's delicious.
Maybe they had tea before they came.
That's true.
Maybe
Yeah.
they want to just get hydrated.
So it says they picked water, and it says here he is, this
There was
guy.
no statistically significant result. I think tells its own story, combined with the labours I put myself through and put many other people through.
Shut up.
So he's saying it doesn't work. Subliminal advertising does not, like flashing words and flashing, because and this is, we did skip it at the beginning of the episode, but here let me just play the beginning here for you of the Cheddar Explains here, and let's see if it works on you.
every day, the average American is exposed to between 4,000 to 10,000 ads.
Where's the subscribe button?
No, you weren't supposed to see that. You were looking for it. That's not fair.
No. Did it work on you guys? Hey, it worked on me, so now you guys gotta subscribe because I pointed it out.
Yeah, if anybody guys went over to Cheddar and subscribed, let us know.
You guys
Or here.
subscribe on us. We're playing the video
Yeah,
here.
it's true. Yeah, subscribe to us for sure.
Honestly, I don't think that experiment. I don't think they can, unless you run the exact same experiment and it was like different results.
Mhm.
You can't. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't disprove anything.
Right. I mean,
And
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say, so in advertisement, they don't teach you guys about subliminal advertising unless there's something you're not telling me in the secret code of advertising. Look at this fucking liar. Look at this fucking
I
liar.
swear we do
It's
not
literally
learn.
like a
I'll look right
3-week
into the
course.
camera. I'll look right into everybody's eyes. We do not learn about subliminal advertising in school.
You guys don't know, but he's playing. Go to Walnut Glut, Twitch.tv, and go follow and drop 30 gifted subs in your ear right now. You just can't hear it.
I do.
There you go.
See?
That's
Told
yeah,
you.
exactly. Bubs is gonna tell
right.
you. Okay, but okay. So to kind of put a bow on the whole subliminal advertising, I don't believe that flashing a message to you while you're watching something or doing something is really going to make you. If you're watching a TV show and it says buy Subway, buy Subway, buy Subway, buy Subway, I don't think you're gonna literally think and sit there and be like, I really want Subway tonight. I don't believe.
I'm gonna go get some Subway. I'll be right back.
I don't believe that's actually what is really going to make you buy Subway. However, and also we do not learn this in advertising at all. I have a video for you. I should probably show it first. I have a video for you here. This is Hawaii 5-0. I don't know if you know that TV show, but
Yeah.
here we have what we like to call product placement. And this is product placement at its worst, okay? So I have a really, let's just watch. I'll get into it after.
Hey, how's Pacific crime fighters?
Pretty good.
So for our audio listeners, the two, I guess, I've never seen Hawaii Five-0. Our two main characters here walk up to a fella, and he has literally 3 Subway bags in front of him. He's a very large fella, by the way, and he's wearing a yellow shirt, which is Subway's color, by the way. And he is mashing. I know, thank you. He is mashing down on some Subway. Let's hear what he has to say about it.
On a shrimp truck, but you're bringing lunch to work.
Trying to eat smarter, brother.
Shrimp, perfectly healthy.
Not the way I make them. But this Subway sandwich, so ono.
Okay, so you're eating these to lose weight. Is that right?
It worked for Jared, and that boy was large.
So he's saying, he literally is pointing out, being like, hey, you know the Subway ads.
Yeah.
Hey, this dude ate it and he got skinny. It worked for him, and that dude was big. This dude, by the way, is bigger.
I'm getting a little thirsty. I'm gonna take a sip of my
of a delicious drink for our audio listeners. He is
zero.
Yeah. What is that? Dr. Pepper Zero?
Zero sugar Dr. Pepper.
Show it again.
Zero sugar Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, sponsor us, by the way. Sponsor us.
Okay, back.
Yeah. So let's finish.
That was just a natural me just taking a sip of my drink. I don't know what you're talking about. Of course.
Let's continue on this video.
But the best thing about it, they make it any way you want it. Check this one. It's sweet onion chicken teriyaki with jalapenos with banana peppers. Now you put that with this, turkey BLT, bam! There's some serious culinary fusion.
So how many of these did you order?
5.
5 footlongs.
It was a good deal. And I got breakfast for tomorrow.
So obviously, I guess it's kind of a joke that he got 5 subs. If you get 5 subs, what's that?
That's liminal. That's not subliminal. Like that.
But it is subliminal in a way. It is subliminal because this one is more liminal. You could even say that this is super liminal. And if you don't know what superliminal is, we do have a clip for you here as well from The Simpsons.
Putting ads on TV. Why do you need subliminal messages?
It's a 3-pronged attack.
Here you go.
Subliminal, liminal, and superliminal.
Superliminal?
I'll show you.
Here we go.
Hey, you! Join the Navy! Yeah, all right.
I'm in.
I don't know. That clip has always stuck with me. Yeah, that's exactly. Join the army. Okay, all right. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, see, it worked on you. Worked on you.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Simpsons. Everybody knows Simpsons. They predict the future, so obviously.
But when we're talking about Subway, it's like you're right. It is more liminal because he literally says, "I got the chicken teriyaki, and when you mix it with this one, it's a culinary infusion or something like that." It's like, okay, so he's obviously trying to sell the product, and Subway, as a brand, they have to be down with that. Like, he's wearing a yellow shirt. It's clearly planned that they wanted a product placement. They said, "Get Subway, have somebody eat it." Blah 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 blah. Not a great example because it's so obvious. So obvious. It's almost like it's the same as all Marvel movies. Any of the superheroes, they always drive Audis. So if you see any of the superheroes, they'll roll up in an Audi. Tony Stark has an Audi. I'm pretty sure even anybody else. Nick Fury has an Audi. Yeah, everybody has an Audi. If you're a good person, you drive an Audi, and that is product placement from Audi. Like, they paid for
Spider-Man
that.
with Sony. They have the Sony phones that nobody fucking has. Like, I have an Android, and that's pushing it. Yeah. No one has a fucking Sony phone, so Sony, you can go to hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you want to sponsor us, then you don't. I'll use it.
I'll use it. It'd be great. So I have another example of another piece of product placement that I'll show you here, and it's just a little clip from The Flight Attendant. I don't know if you know this show. It's with Kaylee Cuoco, however you say her name. Cuoco? Yeah. So here we go.
Cass, you're okay.
You're okay.
Oh my God.
Take a deep breath.
And then you're okay.
No, you're not having a panic attack.
We're probably going to get claimed out the ass for this episode, by the way, just saying.
Having a panic attack. Jessica!
No, this is HBO Max, so we're definitely getting claimed.
Who are you? Who is that? You telling your assistant that's Jennifer? How would you know that?
Yep. Jessica, grab Cassie a Topo Chico from the back of the fridge.
Jennifer, wait, what Topo Chico? You have those on hand for me?
I love you.
So did you hear that? He said, go get a Topo Chico.
Yeah. Topo Chico, you have those on hand for me?
Do you know what a Topo Chico is?
No.
Okay, hold on. Please hold. I didn't.
Like a Lipton tea? that nobody in America would fucking get, even if you gave them salty chips.
Pretty much. I mean, they have hard seltzers, but I think it's also a water, mineral water. Yeah. So they have Topo Chico waters.
Ah, so instead of her, unlike the Subway guy who was like, I went and got my freshly made chicken teriyaki sandwich with the banana peppers and jalapenos. You can get it made your way. She was, and instead of her just saying, "Can you get her a water?" She said, "Can you get her a Topo Chico?"
Yep.
Which that's not as obvious.
It's not, but it
would have just said water.
But this kind of, like, especially this kind of product placement where it's not, because apparently Kaylee Cuoco drinks this water all the time. I haven't watched the show The Flight Attendant, but my mom does. And when I was down in Texas for the week, she literally bought some Topo Chico. And I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And she goes, "Oh, Kaylee Cuoco drinks it on The Flight Attendant." And I was like, "So you just bought it, like, for no, like, you know what I mean?" Like, so my mom watches the show, this girl drinks this drink, and my mom went out and literally bought the drink because she's like, "Oh, I see it all the time. It looks good." Da, da, da. So it's like product placement can work when it's more of a integration. I can't think of another show right now.
It's like a free ad.
It is. Well, it's not free because, well, like, again, like I said with the Audi and the and Marvel, like, Audi pays for that. But they don't have to say anywhere. You don't have to say anywhere when it's a product placement, sponsored ad. Like, if we are sponsored, if somebody paid us, if Topo Chico paid us to promote this product, we would have to say this is an ad. Exactly. But if Dr. Pepper actually paid you, which now I'm thinking they might have, new conspiracy, you might be working on side deals.
I just love me a nice, fresh, zero sugar Dr. Pepper at 2:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So I'm just saying, new conspiracy. Josh is working on side deals, and because if you actually had, and obviously it's a meme. I know you don't, but if you actually had a deal with Dr. Pepper, stop.
All 27 flavors, non-sugar, delicious.
I know you're not working on side deals, but if you did, that would be like if Dr. Pepper actually paid you to drink one at 2:40 on every episode.
Yeah, I just got done with it. Yeah, three times.
There you go. Okay. That's a pretty good fucking deal. I would take that in a heartbeat. You kidding me? Because I do think, because it's not really an ad. You're not, if you kind of made it an ad by saying, ooh,
27.
Yeah. If you just drank it every single episode, and you're not promoting it, like, they don't promote it in Marvel movies. They just drive the cars. Yeah. The Subway one kind of crosses the line in a little bit, but the Topo Chico, I guarantee you, I would put any amount of money on it that Topo Chico has paid to be in The Flight Attendant.
No, yeah, facts, and it worked. Like, you see, your mom, she bought it. I definitely am not gonna go to Subway after this episode because of that ad. And it's like in the middle of the show, and you're catching the ad where it's like a perfectly made sandwich, and like you said, I showed the logo of like the Dr. Pepper. Like, he's showing the sandwich like this, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to eat healthier, guys." And then he said, I had bought 5 of them. Yeah, okay. So that's product placement. So I guess product placement is a kind of like a type of subliminal messaging, right?
Yeah, I mean, technically it is, because it's there, it's in your face, and nobody ever says. I mean, usually they don't. Like, I mean, I don't think in any Marvel movie anybody's like, "Oh, take my Audi," or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but they are. It's just always in every scene. Like, and they always make sure to show the logo as the car drives up, or as what's his face, Black Panther is literally hanging on the back. It's like his 2 hands are between the Audi logo. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing if somebody is drinking a cola in a show, the label is always facing.
Wait, hold on. Are you doing deals with Bublé?
Yeah, I have Michael Bublé on the line right now. Let's bring him in here.
But
Xanderverse is excited.
No, so it's not really flashing like in front of your face, like what I was thinking subliminal messaging is to me. But I think it's a type. So we can confirm. I don't. What do you think? I can confirm subliminal messaging.
Yeah, I mean, I can confirm. I think that subliminal messaging is real, but not in the way that everybody thinks it. I don't think flashing subscribe or saying, like, putting really low volume in the background. Subscribe to the W podcast. Subscribe to the W podcast. Do it right now. Subscribe. Maybe. I don't know.
Gotta subscribe to the W podcast. All right. It worked. All right. So that guy's experiment, I think, is total crock of shit. You're in England giving tea to people who had salty mouths. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Fuck that.
He's saying it's a crock of shit. He's literally believing you.
Shut up. We're over it. We're done. We put a bow on it. It's done. It's real. It is real. So, all right. So what else you got for me, Walnut? I have one more for you, but I think we can kind of.
You hit me with one.
Okay. So this may be the most controversial. You may call me a dummy, but I was doing some research. And me and wifey, we talk a lot about things. You know, we've only been married, going on 13 years in 3 days. But she has, like, I'm not gonna say she's gullible, but there are things that happen where she's like, you're right, or conspiracies like the flat Earth thing. But the moon landing, she was really like caught up on the moon landing being fake, and we watched American Horror Story, and they showed, and she's like, see, look, even they're saying it right in front of our faces. There was all these YouTube videos that she said that she watched, and all these things. But then when I started doing research for this episode, I couldn't find a single thing that was like a relevant video of someone disproving the moon landing. And even I think I don't know if you pulled it up on our last episode with the Mandela effect. No, it might have been offline. We were talking about it.
No, I think I did because we mentioned Neil Armstrong's death, and we bring up Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin, yes. So that video I cannot find on my internet. I can't find that video, the blurry video where he goes up to him and he says, hey, if you put your hand on the Bible, if you really landed on the moon, and then Buzz Aldrin punches him in the face. So that's my thing.
Crazy facts about the
God damn.
I'm just trying to find the video for us here.
But the thing is, so there was an episode on Netflix, the show called Conspiracies, and the only place you could find it is on Wikipedia. The show was called Conspiracies, but that episode you can't find anywhere. They took it off of Netflix. You can't Google Conspiracies, the moon landing episode, at least where I am. I don't know if you guys down in the comments can look that up. Here's the video.
Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon? Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
He is harassing me.
I'm not trying to get into it. But why doesn't he?
And that's what's weird about it, because I think I could be wrong about it, but I remember they did like some stuff where they were like they did like a prayer or it was something religious that they did before they actually went to the moon.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. If you're super religious, like I don't know anything about Buzz Aldrin or whatever the fuck his name is, Aldrin. But if he's super religious, I would assume that if you are lying and you never walked on the moon, you wouldn't want to swear on the Bible that you did that. I mean, I'm just.
And he gets so angry, and like I said, this guy's harassing him. But,
a little bit, yeah.
Wifey was telling me there was videos of like them asking him, and he has never like said, "I've walked on the moon."
Right.
He's never been like, "Yes, for sure, I did it." But then when I was doing my research, you can find a plethora of evidence of like why it's real, how the lighting's real, why the flag was moving. Like all this stuff, you could find so much evidence where I am.
I mean, we're already getting claimed this episode anyway, so let's just throw on the fucking Mythbusters. Why not? Let's go. Yeah. So I mean, like this is when you mentioned it. This is my mind immediately went to Mythbusters. A huge Mythbusters fan as a teenager. So I mean, I remember seeing this episode. And this was one of the biggest. Okay, so this is my question to you. This was one of the biggest pieces of evidence against the moon landing. It's when they landed, they were in a huge shadow, right? Like the shadow of the ship is clearly in front of the moon landing, but you can clearly see Neil Armstrong. I mean, if he was the first man on the moon, I'm guessing that's Neil. And you can clearly see him here, right? Like he's lit up too. So people are saying one of the biggest conspiracy things is how can you see him so clear? He's standing in a shadow. If you stand in a shadow, like if you stand in front of a building in a shadow, you're going to be covered in that shadow, correct? Like, so that's what they say here. We won't go through the whole episode. I mean, we're already getting claimed anyways. We probably could have, but what they did in this episode was they recreated it with a toy. They have a toy landing. Apparently, you can get moon dust. I don't know how the fuck you can get moon dust, or maybe it's like I don't know.
Yeah, sure. That's like when you
that's
buy
what
a
they
star.
did. That's what they literally did. They went and they created space. They got the blackest black of like space. You know, they made it. It's a very, you know, it's like a vacuum of space with air, but
Makes sense.
okay, listen, stop. And now they're mixing moon dust.
They can create all of. They can say what they want.
I mean, that was gonna be my question to you, right? Because then they painted him with moon dust and they put moon dust all around. They take a picture, and the picture comes out. Here's the picture. Wait, please wait. Please wait. Please hold. There it is. So the NASA picture showing Neil Armstrong in the light, and here is the Mythbusters toy in the light, because the reflection of, because it's in the blackest black of space, you can't see anything. So the reflection from the ground is actually lighting up because the moon is very bright. We see it. You look up at the sky, you see the moon. It reflects light, does it not?
Yeah.
So they're saying it's like the reflective surface of the moon is reflecting it onto the white astronaut outfit here. And that is why you can see him.
Why can't you find where are all the videos? Like, you can look up any conspiracy, any like question you have, and that's my argument. When you have an argument for something like cheese is bad, you can Google it and you'll find facts for both sides.
Right.
You'll find a for both sides. But when you search the moon landing is fake, you won't. Let me know in the comment section below. Search the moon landing was fake and see what pops up. Like the first 2 pages of Google is a debunking moon landing conspiracy. Moon landing conspiracy is a lie. And it's like for 3 pages. And then you keep going. And it's still, I didn't keep going because I'm lazy. I didn't want to keep going. But I stopped after like 3 pages and you can't find it anywhere. And then I was like, hold on, let me just pull up the Netflix episode. I'll pop it in you know, on our notes and we can pull it up during the episode. It's gone. Right. You go to Wikipedia, every episode you can click on except for the moon landing episode. So yeah. My conspiracy, I'm not saying that we didn't land on the moon yet. Maybe we didn't then, but why is all the research gone? Why is all the facts to prove that it was fake gone?
Well, maybe those are fake facts, though. I mean, maybe that's the only thing I can think of. Like,
what do you mean?
Well, if you can show disputable evidence that something is real, then why would you allow something like, why would Netflix allow something that is clearly disputed real to be on their show, on their channel? Like,
they showed both sides and then it went away.
Right.
Why?
I don't know.
If it was 100% real, why not leave it out there? Like for us, we know we didn't copy the H3 podcast. We're not going to take this episode down later. And, you know, if we took this episode down later defending ourselves, then it's like, did we copy the H3 podcast? You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I think you need to have evidence. Like, you need to be able to like hack my computer and show a secret file that I have on my computer where I have the H3 logo and I'm pull this out of this one, pull this out of this one, pull that out of that one. And if you could show provable evidence that we did steal it, then maybe I'd have to delete this episode. But we didn't, because that file doesn't exist. You want my parsec? You want to go through my computer? You can go ahead. Here you go.
Do you want me to delete it? I can delete it. No, we'll just talk about it later.
Just ask Dr. Pepper to delete it.
But you get what I mean? Like the flat Earth thing. There's a bunch of videos of people talking about why, and there's videos of them explaining it. But it's so
nobody talks about flat Earth. I don't even hear Kyrie Irving talking about flat Earth anymore.
Yeah, but
even he doesn't believe in it. He's like, that was stupid. It was just a joke. It was just a funny gag.
But I can still find the videos. I can still find the dummies that said it's true. You can't find anything. If you can, link it in the comment section and show me. If you're in America, not Canada. See, because when
I'm gonna see if it's on. I'm okay. We're doing the research right now. We're here. We're live. We're pretending we're live.
We're recording. This is live. Recorded live.
Live to record. We might even have this Seaspiracy. Hold on. I don't think we can get claimed by showing Netflix's.
See, first episode.
What are all these things? Crack. UFO. I don't see.
Watch Mojo moon landing fake. Disprove Neil deGrasse Tyson was a moon landing fake. Neil deGrasse Tyson explaining why it's not fake. Moon landing.
I think you made up this show. To be honest with you, dude. Like,
what happened?
I think you made up this conspiracy show on Netflix.
No. Wikipedia. That's the thing. You can't find it on Netflix. You have to go on Wikipedia. It was called Conspiracy.
Conspiracy. Okay. Wait, was it Chasing Conspiracy?
No. It was just It was a show called Conspiracy.
Okay.
Just put Conspiracy Netflix.
Okay, Cold War. Hold on. Let's show
Yeah,
video.
they had Watergate. They had all
Wait,
the
so
all
that's
that.
not the right one. Faking the moon landing.
Can you click on it?
It's on Prime. Hold
Oh,
on.
shit.
Watch on Prime Video.
Hold on. Let me pull up mine. Let me see if I can find it now.
Hold on. I'm going to take out myself off the screen. I'm going to sign in.
Hold on, but I need it. I'm gonna delete. I'm gonna.
You gonna delete this whole
unsubscribe.
episode? Oh no! Delete the episode. We're out. Nope.
See, I'm searching. You search conspiracy Netflix, right?
Yep. Here we go.
What would you do if you could be normal?
I would find a cure for us.
After years, we're getting planned anyway. So.
Oh yeah.
Let's get into it. Oops, I went no cam. My bad.
Okay.
Of reaching them
Watch me
was
share my
this
screen.
extraordinary frontier of the human spirit and human exploration. When humans finally traveled to the moon,
Okay, but watch. You're in Canada.
became a reality.
Let me share my screen.
Okay, go ahead. Hold on. Wait, I think I have to go like this. And then I think I have to go like this. Yes.
Do you see? Conspiracy Netflix. Wikipedia does not have an article with this exact name.
Hold on.
Crack cocaine conspiracy, Netflix inside job, Fevitable, Netflix original programming, Daredevil TV, conspiracy fiction.
Okay, well, hold on. We can't. Okay, I'm gonna go back to you. Can't see shit. It's like blurry as fuck. So.
But you see? But did you see? I don't have that.
Huh. Look at this. Wait, is this the same show, dude?
Conspiracy Netflix, crack cocaine, corruption, inside job. I don't have that. I can't find that here.
Send me
in
the
America.
link. Send me the link on Discord.
I'm telling you, they're hiding something from us Americans.
Don't make me start up my VPN right now.
I'm just trying to prove my point.
Okay.
You see?
Crack cocaine,
Conspiracy Netflix? It's not there.
Daredevil, criticism, conspiracy, cloned. It doesn't.
It should have been first.
It's episode 9 though.
Yeah, but it's not on there anymore. It's gone.
That is a conspiracy.
Netflix is gone.
That's a conspiracy. Is it on? Wait, is it not on Prime Video for you?
No.
Go look.
Here, I got it on my phone. Actually, I can pull it on PC. But you see that, right? You Wikipedia'd it and you found it, right?
I did. Yeah, it's not here. Crack cocaine right there.
That's the.
No, I think these are all the conspiracy things on Netflix.
No, the show. When you Googled Wikipedia conspiracy Netflix, it popped up, right?
I don't know, dude. Conspiracy show 2010.
No, go to Wikipedia.
Why is Wikipedia the fucking be all end all, bro?
But that's where I saw it first, and then it was gone the next day.
Conspiracies. No, these are all different conspiracies, bro. Are they not?
Yeah, they are, but the show, I can't find that show. If you type in conspiracy Netflix, see it now. I'm on Amazon Video.
That's really weird. Yeah, but the fucking show is just called Conspiracy. That's not very fair. How the fuck am I supposed to find conspiracy? The Death of Hitler, Nazi King, Cold War Files, Faking the Moon Landing. There it is. Conspiracy episode 9, 2010.
I'm telling you, but you.
Okay, this is kind of weird that I can't find it anywhere.
Exactly. And even it should be that you were very specific. It should have been the first search. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, you're right. It should be Conspiracy episode 9. Oh, 2010. I spelled it. I did 201.
Is that it right there? Season 1, episode 9. A&E.
Might be. Yeah. I mean, no, it's not. Law enforcement.
See, they're hiding it. I'm
weird.
telling you.
That's weird.
Okay.
I'm watching this tonight.
So I'm not saying that the moon landing was fake, but even in that, I was watching that, and there's people that are saying how it's untrue, and then you go to look up those videos, and you can't find those videos anywhere of those people. Like you search the name talking about fake moon landing, you can't find them. At least I can't in America. So
let's.
Not saying that the moon landing was fake. I'm just saying,
Here,
if it wasn't fake, why would they hide it from us?
You're fair. I mean, like to kind of like cap this moon landing off. Let's finish off with Buzz here, punching the Bible man in the face.
Tell him to get out of here.
This is a hotel.
We'll call the police.
We
pay. Come on in here. We'll call the police.
Solicit
You like that? Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
It doesn't, sir. I don't have nothing to do with this.
Okay.
You cannot solicit on
The
this
guy is
property.
very.
To rent out the penthouse.
Take a
Shoot
sip,
up
you
there.
motherfucker.
So
You can't solicit like this.
Now they're getting to the point. He's going back
Well,
inside.
then I'd go through my measures.
you got to keep shooting, man. Okay. Well, you can put it on your shoulder.
Why
Don't
wouldn't he
be
just swear
shy.
on the Bible though? I mean, but I guess it's one of those things. You know what I mean? Like if a cop pulls me over and asks if he could search my bag, I'm gonna say no, even if I don't have anything to hide. I'm gonna say no. You know what I mean? Like, so it could be one of those things where he's like, bro, I've already told you that I fucking walked on the moon. What do you want from me? I'm not swearing on no Bible.
But apparently there was a video where they in that episode, when you watch it, they're like saying, they're asking them if they landed on the moon, and none of them will say that they landed on the moon. They'll never.
I'm watching that tonight. I will report back next episode. I'm watching that tonight.
All right. Okay, we can move on. I'm over it now. I do want to see
We gotta see the punch. We gotta see the punch. We showed the blurry ass version. I found an HD version here.
Get away from me. You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
Was that Draymond Green or is that
Coward and a liar and a thief. Liar and a thief. Liar and a thief. Liar and a thief. Liar and a thief.
He didn't land on the moon, but he sure know how to throw a right hook.
He sure landed on that jawline. Tell you that for free. Look at him. It didn't. That punch reminds me of Jose Bautista getting punched by Ruth Nadador because that guy ate the fuck out of that punch. He didn't. It was a hard ass punch.
And a liar and a thief.
And he just turns around and he's like, "Damn, I just got punched by Buzz."
So did you find that on YouTube or on somewhere else?
We're on YouTube, yeah.
When I search Buzz Aldrin punch a conspiracy theorist, it doesn't pop up for me.
That's
I'm telling you, they hiding something. They hiding something.
I'm gonna be digging in now.
We got our resident Canadian on it. He will find it on his end because they're not blocking them up in the north.
The one thing I noticed too that you mentioned is that there's no Canadian conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah, I was gonna end it off with that. With if you guys can find a Canadian, all our Canadian viewers, if you can let us know of a Canadian conspiracy, because the only thing I can find is like sugar's bad, taxes are bad, the government's bad.
Facts.
But that's not conspiracy. Yeah, that's all facts.
I need like Jim Carrey is really a Russian spy who and Dumb and Dumber is trying to make North America dumb and dumber or something. That's what I want. I want these kind of conspiracy theories. I just made that up.
It worked.
I swear.
It's not conspiracy.
I swear.
But no facts. I searched for like days and I couldn't find a single that wasn't like an actual conspiracy theory. Like it was like sugar's bad or like glucose or there's like a pay wage thing for CEOs or something in Canada. But that's not really a conspiracy. That everybody knows CEOs make $1 million to where you make a penny. You know what I mean? That's not. But if you guys know of any,
the biggest one right now that I always see is pandemic related. Obviously, with shots and stuff like that. But that is more of a universal conspiracy theory. I mean, everybody kind of has that. Like, it's not just Canada.
Not a conspiracy. I didn't say anything. I'm just taking a sip of my fresh. All right, I think I played that out. All right, so you said you had one more for me there, Mr. Walnut.
No, it was the moon. It was the moon landing. It was the.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to lob you up, have you dunk it in. Hey, actually, now that we mention it, you want to pull up the Draymond Green video?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, yeah.
I know
you're...
we don't react to a lot of like current stuff, which we are going to. Shout out next couple episodes. You guys are gonna see. We got some things in the works. If we ever get our shit together. But no, like. When I saw that shit, because I saw it on Twitter, of course, I was at work. They said Golden State Warriors let go of Draymond Green. I was like, what the fuck? This cap. This bullshit.
But when you see this video,
so TMZ
look at this shit.
Got the
I'd have let his ass go too.
Altercation between Jordan Poole and
Draymond here. They're pointing the arrow at him.
And it doesn't look good for Draymond at all.
Okay, shut up. I'm muting TMZ or whatever the fuck this guy is. He's nobody.
So there's two conspiracies. They say that Jordan Poole said one of two things. He either said, Mr. Single Double, go sit down.
Yeah.
Because he could only score single digits.
Oh, there it is. So yeah, he's clearly saying something to him right here. He's like, "What the fuck you say to me?" And then he's getting in his face. He says, "Back off!" And then Draymond, "Roar!"
Buzz Aldrin school of right hooks.
He really did. He really did.
Damn,
Only I think this one dropped Poole, whereas our Bible dude, he does not go down.
No, he was knocked out. He was done. He was done. Jordan Poole must have asked him if he landed on the moon.
He said, "Swear on the Bible you're gonna hit a double this year. Come on, swear on the Bible." Boom.
He's gonna hit double nuts with his foot.
Hey yo,
has he like kicked someone in the nuts every year since he did it to Steven Adams?
I don't know.
Like something stupid like that. Whatever. I don't care. The Golden State Warriors, damn poverty really association.
Really is. Couldn't even be the Raptors in the finals.
They don't even know who Baron Davis is. All these goddamn Golden State Warriors, they don't even know who Baron Davis is. Oh my God. Shout out. What was I know was? Anyways. Okay. Was that it? I feel like we had. Let me see. Let me check my notes. Yeah, I think that was it. We do have
another video that kind of is a conspiracy, but it works for another episode idea that we have in the future. Don't want to give too much of the wait, what the fuck word is that? How the hot dog is made or something like that? How the sausage is made? You ever heard that term?
No, never. Never in my life.
Okay,
well, he said how you put the glizzy in the bun when you do you take the ketchup. This
is the most chaotic ending we've ever had to an episode. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This whole episode was kind of chaotic. We're being honest.
Yeah, it started with a lot of chaos. It's ending with a lot of chaos. You're taking a sip of a deliciously
delicious 27 flavors, sugar free. Oh wait, 0 sugar Dr. Pepper.
Love it. Buy it now or don't.
I was waiting for the money to fall on. Never mind. Right, contract. Never mind.
Yeah, it goes into the bank account nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all y'all coming through, sitting here with us. We debunked some conspiracies. We confirmed some conspiracies. We still have a conspiracy that we don't know. I need my resident Canadian Walnut Glut and you guys in the comment section do some more research because I don't know if it's just me, if they just blocking me because I was in the, I used to work for the government. I was in the military, but I can't find anything on the moon landing being fake. I can't even find that video of Buzz Aldrin. So they're blocking me. So you guys let me know if the moon landing was fake or not. Wifey, I know you're watching this and you obviously believe that it was fake. But for everybody who doesn't, tell me why. HM, if you got something to say for yourself,
you motherfucker, you gotta weigh in too. Okay, we know you watch now. All right, HM, we know you're watching this episode, so weigh in.
Exactly. That's Ethan's alt account, actually.
That would actually be crazy.
Hey, inspiration is the highest form of flattery, something like that. No, it's
you're right. Yeah, you're in there. Yeah,
bullshit. Whatever. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Hey, we appreciate all y'all coming by.
Is made, imitation is how the sausage is made.
Imitation, exactly. Maple syrup sausage. You know what I mean? But anyways, we know, a couple of y'all watching the videos, y'all enjoying the videos. We see y'all love the conspiracy theory last time. We got some more good stuff coming up for y'all. Yeah. Whatever, this one's whatever, same shit. But hey, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We are on Spotify, so if you want to just pop us in your ear, you don't have YouTube Prime and you don't pay for that, so you get ads and shit. I don't even think we got ads. Shut up. If you want to leave your screen off and you want to listen to us on Spotify, you know what I mean, so you don't kill your battery because you got an iPhone and they die in 2 seconds.
True.
Follow us on Spotify too.
Love that.
You got anything else to say to the people on that while I'm sitting over here rambling?
I only got one thing left to say.
Shout out to his family.
There we go. Hey, y'all have a good one. Stay safe.